So we have a slightly different view than normal for this video. So I am out on a work trip and trying to get some words in. Hi, my name is Dawn Dalton. I am a freelance writer and an author, and this weekend I am on a work trip in Texas and still trying to crank out a few words while I can. My plan for the weekend was to write at the airport on my way here, write basically whenever I had a chance in between work and sleep, and then write on the way home. And yesterday was my travel day, and it started off just absolutely chef's kiss. I didn't take any video because I didn't really feel like filming at the airport was a great idea. And I did manage 2 pages in my call signs book. No typing because I didn't want to pull up my laptop and have the issue of, oh crap, I need to get it all shut down and put away and things aren't saving, or I just glitched everything and now I lost most of my progress. And then the fun started. We got boarded onto our plane, so I got to the airport 2 hours before my flight, made it through security, no problem, which, with it being a holiday weekend, there was a little bit of concern that it was going to happen. I felt really bad for the people working the airport because one of my bags did go overweight because I was bringing so much work stuff. And we got boarded onto our plane and got grounded for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I didn't write while I was on the plane. Managed to make it to the airport, got my bags, and did the 10,000 mile walk through the Dallas airport to get my Uber. And I was almost in tears by the time I made it to the Uber pickup because the overweight bag is well over 60 pounds. And I had to precariously balance my carry-on, which also weighed 15 to 20 pounds, and pull my suitcase, which weighed 40 something pounds, and carry a backpack. And it's a very long walk from picking up your bags to where they have Uber pick you up. God bless my Uber driver. He loaded all my bags into the car for me and was super nice, tried to give me a few things that I can do while I'm here. The odds of me actually getting a chance to go out and do anything are pretty slim. But there is a food hall really close to my hotel that I did get some food at last night in the less than 2 hours that I had between getting here, getting everything set up, and I was super late getting here and having to work last night. I came back to my room afterwards, showered, and crashed. And I woke up this morning with a huge headache, and me and my coworker was like, oh, I'll grab you some painkillers from my room because I had forgotten to bring any with me because I'm a genius. And he sent me a message and was like, I don't actually have them. I must not have packed them either. So I spent the day working with a huge headache because the closest place to get anything is like 3/4 of a mile away, and that would have been a huge, amount of time to take off in the middle of the workday. So I waited until we closed up shop for the day and walked my happy butt to Walmart and bought myself some painkillers. So those just kicked in. I did run to the food hall and get myself some really bad pizza, and I sat and just sort of enjoyed the view from right outside the Skywalk back to the convention center. I did wander around a park nearby that has these really cool monoliths that I don't know what they're for, but they're cool looking, and if I have a little bit more time tomorrow, I may go hang out and write there. We'll see how the weather is. It's hot. So I am going to sit at my little table. There is no desk in this room. It's very weird. It's just like the little round table behind me, an oval table, and that's really it in this room for like space to sit and write. But I really don't want to put my shoes back on and go find somewhere to go write. So we're gonna make do with what we have. And yeah, it's quiet. My headache's finally gone. I'm a little dehydrated because I have been sweating a lot. So I've refilled my water bottle and have some snacks, and I want to try to crank out at least 2 pages tonight. And if I'm lucky, maybe put in some words in Love in the Shadows. I'm not really feeling the greatest because of the headache all day, so I think if I get 2 pages written, I will be more than happy with the progress for the day. I am gonna end this month so completely behind, and I have to find a way to make peace with that because I can't even. And I realized, in addition to forgetting any kind of like painkillers and stuff, I forgot my loops when I packed. So when I go to the food hall, like I am in and out as quick as possible because it is so loud in there. And there was something else. Oh, and I forgot, I printed out my beta reader feedback and forgot it on the printer. So we're off to a really, really great start. Good morning. It is just like 8 o'clock in the morning. I have 2 hours before I'm due at the convention hall for the last full day of being here. Last night I only got 1 page written between the headache that lasted all day and then the storm that rolled in last night, which explains the headache that I had all day. I was just wiped, so I called it early and just sort of watched a few videos and went to bed. So I have a little bit of time this morning. There is a Starbucks right down the street, so I'm gonna go get breakfast and a big coffee because yesterday I didn't have enough caffeine either. And I'm gonna come back up to my room and do a little bit of writing before I'm due down at the dealer hall. And yeah, hopefully I can get a little bit more writing done today. It is my last full day in this room, so tonight I do have to pack up because I am checking out in the morning and leaving after we get the dealer hall all packed up. So hopefully today goes well and that I can sneak in some more writing because I haven't been doing as much as I had really hoped while I was here. I knew I was going to be tired at the end of the day because there has been a lot of putting on a happy face, even though like my brain is trying to escape through my ears. But hopefully today is a better day. I don't have a headache. I'm a little congested, but other than that, doing good. But I definitely need coffee, so that's a must. Happy Sunday evening. The convention has been over for a couple of hours now. I spent most of my day on the dealer floor because that's what I'm being paid to do. I did get my coffee and breakfast this morning and got a page written before I was due down in the dealer hall. And then I managed to scribble the better part of a page during the day because there were some really huge lulls in the crowd. And I went and got tacos again for dinner because out of all the places that are in the food hall, that one seems to be the best place for food that isn't a sit down, takes forever meal. And then I came back to my hotel room and finished writing the page that I started earlier and got another page written. It's a little bit after 9 already. One of the big things I did learn today was some cardistry moves. Because I'm around magicians, a big thing that they do is really big flourishes on how they shuffle their cards and misdirection, and I am the easy target this weekend because I love watching magicians do their jobs, and it always astonishes me how they can make the simplest trick look so smooth. So one of the people that is working the booth with me was showing me some cardistry stuff where he was throwing up a card and catching it with the other hand while moving the entire deck to his other hand. And I basically took a set of our cardistry trainers and played with them all day yesterday and today to keep my hands busy. My coworker was playing with a deck of cards. Like while we were in between customers, we would just play with these, and I just started just manipulating them a little bit and managed to make it so that I can move one card from the center to the end just by, manipulating them without, just pulling it out and putting it at the end. So while I didn't get any video of myself writing tonight, I'm gonna put in a short something different video of me doing a little bit of cardistry and the card throw and catch, because I'm at a magic convention for work. I gotta do magic somehow, right? So tonight is my last full night in the room. I think I'm going to take a shower so that I can get all of my shower stuff packed up so that when I wake up in the morning, I can get everything put away. I didn't do nearly as much writing as I really hoped I would this weekend, but it was better than nothing, and I just have to be grateful. Tomorrow I will be doing a few hours of work packing everything up and then heading to the airport. And just like I did on my trip here, whatever time I'm in the airport, I'm going to try to write. Depending on how early we get everything cleaned up, I may have a lot more time at the airport than I originally planned. I might pull out my laptop because I have not touched it yet this trip. So I have been getting a lot of the call signs book work done, but I haven't done any typing. And I haven't really been sleeping super great because hotel pillows are too big to have two stacked on top of each other, but not big enough to have just one. So it hasn't been the most comfortable sleeps. I'm hoping that I won't have nearly as much stuff to haul through the airport tomorrow, because that was, we're gonna go with ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. I'm kind of hoping that my coworker comes with me so he can help me haul that huge case through the airport. And just like that, I'm home. Monday didn't go quite as planned. My plan was to do some writing because it was a travel day, and I didn't write at all. It was sort of one of those perfect storms of everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I got up that morning, went and got breakfast, got ready for the day, finished packing, checked out of my room, did my 4 hours in the dealer hall, and then got everything repacked, reweighed, tried to get it so that we weren't going to be paying extra for all of the overage, but it still happened. And then I left my bags at the hotel lobby and was hoping that I'd get a chance to find some place to sit and write for a couple of hours before heading to the airport. And there was no good spot to sit and write. Most of the places that had tables were itty-bitty, or the hotel was setting up for the next event as this one was wrapping up. And so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll sit and read until it's time to leave for the airport. I was in the middle of a good book anyway. And then I ended up sitting and talking with some magicians and having them show me a few more magic tricks before it was time to leave. And I got to the airport and completely forgot that it was a holiday, and the airport was super busy. And as I was checking in my bags, they had pushed back my flight. And I'm like, that's fine. I get extra time to sit and write, you know, thinking that the Dallas airport was going to look like the St. Louis airport, in that there are going to be places to sit with a table or a counter to get work done. And the only places I really found were by the food court, and it was super duper busy, so I ended up not writing at all at the airport. I realized a little bit too late that I'd packed my day planner in my suitcase, which meant that I didn't have anything solid to set my notebook on, and I was using a very floppy notebook. So no writing done at the airport, lesson learned. And my flight was pushed back three times. It ended up being an hour. We ended up taking off an hour and a half-ish late. And then getting out of the parking at my airport was a little crazy due to being down to one lane, but they didn't have any signs saying that, like, the credit card machine was down at the other lanes. So it was a little crazy. Glad to be home. Puppy was happy to see me, and yeah, So all in all, over the course of the weekend, I got 6 pages written, which wasn't actually bad, all things considered. I spent most of my weekend working, so the fact that I got any pages written makes me super happy, especially because I did have such a bad headache on Saturday and only got 1 page on Saturday. So yeah, if you're enjoying watching me balance working and writing, be sure to feed the algorithm, boop that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.